It's a stream by bird of prey. Gained a bunch of subs in April. It's lost them in May. But I know those numbers are gonna zoom. When I'm on Nerdrotic's channel this June. I said BedLife. And as stupid as it may seem, some people get their kicks downvoting the stream. But I won't ever let it get me down. 'Cause this crazy old bird keeps sticking around. I've been a bully, a brawler, a terror, a ball, and a boss with a ring. I've been east and west and north and south, and I've seen a few things. But now I find myself stuck in this bed, so I just hit the remote and raise up my head. BedLife, I tell you,
I swear you not, they just started with the leaf blowers outside my door. All day, they've been in this area for 2 effing hours. They just started with the leaf blower outside my front door, and actually it's next to my neighbor's house. They've yet to even come down my driveway with the leaf blower. Them sons of bitches. Okay, I have to tell Mama Pray to go outside and tell them to take a long walk off a short pier and never come back. Okay? But then poor Mama Pray would have to push the lawnmower that we don't even have and cut the grass. These sons of bitches, they wait for me. They test me. They test me. They know when I'm streaming. These bastards. You son of a bitch, Tony. I know who you are, Tony. You will stop this. If this happens again, Tony, Uncle Paulie is coming for you, Tony. You, yes, you. I know what you look like. And I know what your family looks like.
I'm gonna lay myself down.
Don't test me, Tony. Do not test me. You're sassy. You sons of bitches. Can you hear it?
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant S.
Okay, Nicole.
on DS9.
You're okay.
And I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hail Karoga. Can you hear it? I think you probably can. I don't know how you can't. It's loud. Oh, poor Sassy. Poor Sassy's trying to cover her face. It's so loud. They're like 25 feet, 30 feet from my door. They're not even right here yet. Oh, God. All day. Just as I start the stream, I start BedLife. Boom, boom. They start with the leaf blowers. They task me. For 47 Yorktown says dreams about Nana visitor. Oh my, yes. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then he says, hello, young sir. Qapla, 47 Yorktown. Cinnabon Bunny says hello, Cinnabon. Ooh, excuse me. Resolute Germ says hello all. Qapla, Resolute. Star Trek Nitpickers is here. Qapla. Star Trek Nitpickers. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Qapla. Dan23 says hello, Dan. Mike Richards says hashtag kill all leaf blowers. Absolutely. Leaf blowers' lives do not matter. I don't care if it's too long for a hashtag. I'm going to get it as a license plate, even though I don't own a car. I'm in New York. Can I get a license plate? I go, what type of car you have? I don't have a car. I just want to pay for a license plate. Like, sir, it's very expensive to pay like $300 a year just for a license plate without a car. I was like, I don't care. Will you let me get the license plate? Well, yeah, if you want to pay it. Good. What do you want the license plate to say? I want to say leaf blower lives don't matter. And they'll be like, that's way too many characters. I'll say, fine, LBMDM.
Divert auxiliary
And
power
they'll
to
be
the
like,
bridges.
sir, we can't do that. Because that's why? Why? Because we know what it means now. I'll be like, sons of bitches. I'll move to another state and I won't tell them what it means. Hang up. Joseph Patrick donated €2. Thank you, Joseph. Why did I say Joseph? I know your name is Joseph. Thank you, Joseph Patrick. Says fresh, haircut, shaved, and now blown. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, well, we used the clippers. Clippers today. We could cut down. Poor Mom will pray. She hates it. She hates it. It hurts her every time I cut my hair. She feels so bad. But yeah, she should just let it grow and grow and grow. But I would look like Anti-Tracker, so she cut it. I don't think I'd really look like Anti-Tracker. I think I'd have to grow a long time before that was an issue. Cinnabon Bunny says, did the stream die for anyone else? I hope it's back. It's working for me. Dee Dee Myers says, Qapla Bird, hope you and your family are doing well and having a wonderful day. Thank you, Dee Dee. It was good until the leaf blowers showed up. John DeMarco says, hello all. Qapla, John DeMarco. Mike Richards says, release the wrath of Karoga. Yes, release the sassies of war. Resolute says, so you are making the bird rant, Cinnabon. You're making? Maybe he's missing the bird rant. Not Ryan Johnson says, let's head to Bird's neighbor and take care of his leaf blower menace. Absolutely. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello and Qapla. Hello and Qapla, not Ryan Johnson. Pixelate says, hey boss. Hello, Pixelate. You know, I don't like the term boss. Boss hog or anybody's boss. Yes, what are they still doing? The leaf blowers are still here. They're still back there. They're still blowing stuff. They don't think they believe. They blow grass. They blow pieces of paper on the ground. Instead of picking up, they could reach down and pick up a plastic bag, but instead they will leaf blow it all the way from the backyard to the front of the house and then blow it into the street. 47 Yorktown says, rip Tony the leaf blower guy. Resolute says, yes, it's horrible. And Mike Richards says, no, you can't really hear it. Mr. Londell's groovy movie says, Qapla, Mr. Londell. Mr. Londell, I got my hand on the day the earth stood still, 1951. Didn't watch it yet, but I will. Josh Street says, they test you. Lol, who is this Tony? He is getting on Birdfather's bad side. Give that Tony beer and lifetime supply of Dear Bob Beagle Bites. Positive Candor says, Qapla, Birdo Pray, Qapla. And thanks for the assistance with Throw Mama from the Train. You are welcome. We watched Throw Mama from the Train earlier today on Positive Candor's stream. It was good. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Honestly, I forgot most of it. But it was good to see it again. Mike Richards is looking good. Thank you, Mike Richards. John DeMarco says, I'll chase him around the moons of Turdistan. I'll chase him around the Karoga Maelstrom. I'll chase them around Predator's flames before I gave them up. Yes, absolutely. These leaf blowers, they're gonna have a dish best served cold. Pflugerville, Qapla, Pflugerville. John DeMarco is excited. Wesley Crusher, Qapla, Wesley. Says, greetings, birds, turds, and nerds. Still at work, Wesley. Let me know when is a good time, Wes, when you have some time. Jeff Franklin says, Bird of Prey, you are racist against leaf blowers. Absolutely, I am. Okay, I admit it. I'm not even going to hide it. Richie Poole says to shut up, Wesley. Wow, when Richie Poole tells you to shut up, Wesley, that is, oof. Josh reads, says, Bird of Prey, I'm moving out of Caroga, aka New Jersey. Good for you. No, I'm not moving either into nor out of New Jersey. New Jersey is not Caroga, God forbid. You're upsetting Sassy with that talk. Mike Richards is greetings to Jeff Franklin, who says back hi to Mike. Ms. Lundell says, just grow your hair out for mom once. I did. There have been times I've let the hair grow and grow, but it was a grew for a year in the hospital. Yeah. Wesley says, can I go home now? Wes, I give you permission to go home. Tell your supervisor to call me if they have any questions. Dan23 says, Olympic class starship was first seen in TNG All Good Things and recently in Lower Decks. But what people forget is that was also pictured on a monitor screen on the Defiant in season 7. Oh, that's awesome. I did not know that. Well, that's pretty cool, Dan. So then it's perfectly acceptable that I didn't have a problem with the Olympic class showing up in Lower Decks. I didn't think that was a problem. I just said that the last time we saw it on screen was All Good Things. So we saw it on a monitor in DS9, so that's all the more reason that it should exist. I had no problem with it. Resolute effing hates autocorrect. I don't blame you. Joseph tells Wesley to go. Mike Richards says, Wesley, you have my permission. Absolutely. William Devine says, Qapla, William. Joseph says, hit it. Thank you, Joseph. Lieutenant Mark says, Qapla, everyone. Qapla, Lieutenant Mark. Joseph says, send mom to yell at them. That little Joey is sleeping. Oh, no. Hey, I'm not sleeping, and little Charlie's not here. If Charlie was here, that would be, yeah, they would be fired, says Mom Frey. Dan23 says, so this video is about a helicopter. Actually, it is partially about a helicopter, but I got to tell you about this helicopter. And Joseph says, welcome, Lieutenant Mark, to the madness. Yes, welcome. You definitely seem new around here. Jeff Franklin says, Joseph, where do I find it so I can hit? It's the thumbs up button. You know where it is. And as someone will tell you shortly, Lieutenant Mark, you don't have to be crazy to fit in here, but it helps. Okay, so last night, I wake up around 3 a.m. to do my morning jaloja. And I was trying to go back to sleep, but I had on the Science Channel, and it just had some terrible stuff going on. Whatever it was like, it was the strange evidence with like the meat that was moving even after it was dead. It was not something I wanted to be listening to. So I changed the channel to my backup channel, which is the Smithsonian Channel. And they were having air disasters, which is also, through experience, not a show I want to fall asleep to. So I was like, and then there was only like garbage and news on other channels. So I actually I'll F it. I started Netflix and I went to a random Deep Space Nine episode. And it started playing, and it turned out to be the episode where Nog and Jake get picked up by the Valiant. That's all Red Squad members. And I can't watch that episode half asleep because that episode kind of gets me angry. So then I just flipped a few episodes forward and got to some random episode, listened to it, okay, fell asleep. So I'll grant you, I fell asleep listening to Deep Space Nine. So I know, why Nana Visitor was in the dream, because she obviously was saying something in the episode at the part where I started dreaming. But the dream starts, and I'm still at the company I was working at 10 years ago before I got sick. And the CEO, I did something good for the company. And as a reward, the CEO is giving me his private helicopter to borrow for the weekend or whatever. Like, as opposed to giving me, Yankees, uh, sweet tickets or something. Now, my boss did not have a luxury helicopter, and I'm quite sure a luxury helicopter to the scale I imagine does not exist. But I was quite happy to have this luxury helicopter, and so I went on it, and it had like an autopilot. So I was just flying it. I didn't actually have to fly it. I just had to tell the computer to fly around New York City, and it took off. And meanwhile, the inside was more like a yacht. It had like a beautiful like a bedroom and separate rooms. So I was in the bedroom. It had this big window that overlooked the city, and I was laying in bed. I mean, I could walk, but I was laying in bed. I was tired. I was looking over the city, and there were some noises coming. So I go outside, and there's like a living room with a fireplace, and Nana Visitor is there as Nana Visitor, not as Kira. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing here? She's like, I just come every so often to check my mail. I didn't realize that it was going up tonight, so I guess I'm stuck up here until we land. So, like, I didn't know my boss had any connection to Nana Visitor, but, he's had connections to other famous people before, so it didn't come as a terrible shock. I mean, it seemed unusual that she'd get stuck up in the air with me on a flight. Now, of all, you guys know of the women we talk about on Star Trek, I never found Nana particularly attractive. So there was no, anything going on. She was just there as, an actress I knew from a TV show I liked. Nothing more. And we got to talking, and okay. And so there was plenty of room. So she went to lay down. I went back to my bedroom to lay down, and I was like, I guess I'll just fly around the city tonight, and I don't know, land in the morning. And I lay down, and I close my eyes in the dream, mind you. I wake up maybe like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, wait a second. I wonder how much fuel this thing has, because it's starting to bug me now. Like, how can I fly? Obviously, the helicopter can't fly around all weekend. And I don't know how to get fuel. I'm like, even if I knew how to get fuel, I'm like, it's not like they're going to just give me the fuel. Does that mean I'm going to have to pay for the fuel myself? I'm thinking, how much does it cost to fuel a helicopter? I mean, my boss was nice enough to give me the helicopter, but he didn't say that he could, he wasn't giving me his credit card to fuel it up. So I'm thinking, well, how much could it cost to fuel this up? $500. I mean, since I still had my job, I was like, I guess I could afford to pay for some fuel. But I was just thinking about, but where do I even get the fuel? And how does the helicopter know to land somewhere to get me fuel? So I go up to the bridge, or the wherever, I'd call it the bridge, but the cockpit. And I'm looking for a fuel meter, and all I see is something, and it's already on E. And I'm like, oh shit. Luckily, the computer knew enough that it was coming down. It was automatically coming down before we ran out of fuel. But we ended up landing in the river, which I know is what happened when we were playing Flight Simulator. We did a landing in the Hudson River. So in my dream, this luxury helicopter landed with Nana Visitor on it. We landed in the Hudson River, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I really have no idea. And John Araki, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Locutus. So I didn't know what to do. So we're looking, like, Nana Visitor comes up to the cockpit. We're looking out the window. The tide, or the current, is taking us like crazy. We're going past docks and stuff. Nobody's around. Like, we don't know what to do. We're gonna get pulled out to sea. I mean, there were radios and stuff on it, but we didn't have any idea how to use it. I mean, I wasn't afraid we were going to die, but I was afraid I was going to get my boss's helicopter sunk or something, because it was like, if we're out of gas, we can't take off. And how are we going to get gas now that we've landed in the water? So it was upsetting me. It was quite distressful. And that's when I woke up like very, very, at first I was actually relieved. I woke up relieved. I was like, oh, thank God. I don't have to explain to my boss I sunk his helicopter. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, that meant I would have had a job. I was walking. I was in a freaking custom helicopter. And then a visitor was there. And then I realized that no, I'm actually in my much sadder life of being bedbound to a hospital bed with no helicopter, no Nana visitor. And the only flying I ever get to do is Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I thought it was kind of funny that I actually was relieved to not be in the situation I thought I was in until my memory came back and I realized the situation I was presently in. Maybe that wasn't as interesting as it sounded to me, but to me, it sounds damn interesting. I gotta say, I'm constantly amazed at the things my brain comes up with, because I wouldn't have put something like that together if asked to. I just wouldn't have ever been able to do it. Mike Richards is, who is the Turdistanny that put in a dislike? Mike Richards, I suspect it's just Twitter people, because I post on Twitter a lot of, opinions that aren't popular, especially opinions about Star Trek Discovery and opinions about politics. So it wouldn't surprise me that, an angry Twitter person follows one of my links and just comes here and gives the stream a dislike before I even start, because that's how I got the dislike before we even started. So you know what? If they do that, that's fine. It really doesn't bother me. It's all interactions, so it's fine. For those who do like my streams, one of the best things you could do for a live stream after the live stream is over is to actually leave a comment in the live stream, in the comments section, not an online, not a chat comment, but a comment after the stream is over. It was weird. For a month or so, YouTube had started counting live streams in their algorithm even after you unlisted them, and it was taking it was doing a number on my analytics. My Star Trek review videos, I was getting over 1,000 views a week on most of them. And then they did this change, and then I started getting 200 or 300 views a week, which wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I was getting. Well, somewhere in the last few days, they seem to have changed it back to the old system, and I'm happy to say that my latest review is up to over 700, almost 800, I believe almost 800 views, which is really good. If they keep it like it is, then we're in good place. But if they do go back to making live streams count again towards the algorithm, even if unlisted, then the best thing to do to help the algorithm would be for you to leave a comment even after you've watched my live stream. Come back later or the next day and just put a comment into the live stream. The more comments on the stream, it seems to be the more YouTube sees interactions. And I think the lack of comments on live streams is one of the things that really, really hurts the algorithm. But if keeping fingers crossed, it might not be needed, but it certainly doesn't hurt. it certainly doesn't hurt to comment, not only on me, Anti-Tracker, LDG, or anyone else, Deej, anyone else who's one of your favorite YouTubers. If they keep their live streams up, go ahead and leave them a comment on their live stream. You can only help their analytics. Jeff Franklin says, bird of prey, but Joseph Petrick said to hit it, not the thumbs up. He meant hit the thumbs up. Joseph says, Jeff, you need to go on a quest for it. Dan says, I've never been in a helicopter. I was in a helicopter as a kid, I'm told. I was very afraid. I was very afraid those things were going to cut my head off, even though I was well shorter than I wasn't as an adult. But I still didn't like the thought. I was like, why can't I said, why can't the pilot shut the engine off? I still don't know why he couldn't do it, but apparently that would have been an issue. I would have had no problem if he could have just shut the engine off. Jeff says, bird of prey, you've been playing too much flight simulator. You are dreaming of flying and crashing. And crashing. Josh Street says, help bird of prey out by putting a deer bop. Here's the link. Oh, thank you, Josh Street. I had another very wacky dream, and this one is a lot harder to peg down where it came from, but I'm pretty sure it came down to a thread that was happening in JUOT.net, my web forum. And we were talking about sports, professional sports on television. And somebody was saying, oh, they're racing the Indy 500 or something. And I just said, professional sports are dead to me. I mean, they've been pretty low on my totem pole for a long time now. But this year, this 2020 pandemic, the NBA, the MLB, everything that's going woke and everything, I'm just done. I'm completely done, 100% done with all professional sports. So I said, I'm done with pro sports, dead to me. And somebody else, thinking to be a wisecracker, said, oh, is it dead to you because you're fat? Like I don't play sports anyway. And he had a point, but I also said, well, right, because no professional sports fans are fat. Like if there were no fat professional sports fans, there wouldn't be any professional sports because there wouldn't be enough people, right? There's not enough non-fat people to be fans of professional sports to begin with. So that was it. It was a quick back and forth, ha, laugh, done. But the next night I had a dream that I was a baseball player, and I was a particularly large baseball player and particularly lazy. And like to the point that I was reluctant, like I didn't even want to be a baseball player. I got up at the bat and I was like, I don't want to even hit the ball because if I have to hit the ball, then I got to run. So I said, I know what I'll do. I'm just not going to swing. I'll get struck out. And then the pitcher throws 4 balls. And I was like, son of a bitch. I threw the bat down. I moseyed on to first base. And I'm like, God damn it. Now they're going to expect me to actually run the game if somebody hits a ball. And I was angry. Because I was a lazy baseball player. And luckily, for some reason, and this is where dreams get crazy, was that if somebody hit the ball, instead of running to second, I knew I was in Yankee Stadium in New York City. I actually had to get into a taxi cab, and I had to go out of the stadium into a taxi cab that was going to drive me like 2 blocks around, and I would come in another gate and go to third base or home plate. And like somebody hit the ball, and I had to go walk outside, got in a taxi. Then there's an overturned car. There's traffic. I'm half out the window yelling and screaming like, you guys got to move this. I got to get going. I got to go to third base. And people are yelling back. And like, it was just this big thing. I was like, oh, they're going to yell at me now if I'm late when I get to third base. I was finally like, you just keep driving. I have to go home. And I don't know. I walked back in the stadium and everybody was complaining, and that's the hospital bed. Mama Pray just got comfortable, and the hospital bed is making a thing. So the leaf blowers left, and the hospital bed's making a. So anyway, yeah, I had a dream. I was a fat baseball player, lazy too, and it was just it was kind of funny. That one I woke up, I thought was hilarious because it's like, yeah. But I'm done. I'm done with sports. I had a little bit of care in the world, in 2019. I was still kind of rooting for the Yankees, still kind of rooting for the Jets or the Giants in football. I'm done. It's over. I could not care less who wins. I could not care less if they even play major league sports again. They could all be ended from the earth, and I would not care. In fact, I'd probably be happier. Even if they had to take off even if they canceled the World Series and the Puppy Bowl, I would be okay with it. It's that bad. Mike Richards says quests are good. Okay. Dan says I've had the air ambulance land on the field opposite my house several times. That's cool. I mean, no, it's probably pretty rough. Uncle Remus says fuel. Yeah. It's like, I wonder how much more gas does this thing have? Because I've been flying like 6 or 7 hours, half the day already, half the waking day, and it was coming up on nighttime. I was like, eh. Dan23 says she did sing Fever in one episode of DS9. That's right. She was on stage with Vic Fontaine. Actor says logistics, ruining dreams as always. Jeff Franklin says, Joseph, tell me what it is. So you got to find it for yourself, Jeff. You got to find what the it is for yourself. Resolute Germ says he has Nana Visitor alone and he's worried about fuel. Listen, I'm very practical minded. Actor says engineers, shaking my head. Yeah, well, that's true. Not Ryan Johnson says everything for birds seems to resolve around a river lately. John DeMarco says even a dream with autopilot, he still can't keep the helicopter in the air. I was proud that I even was thinking that I have to worry about fuel. Hector says, how will we fly again while sinking in a river? Well, no, we weren't sinking. The helicopter had floats. Like when we hit the water, floats deployed. So we were perfectly safe. We weren't gonna sink. We just felt like I might get pulled out into the ocean, and God knows when we'd be found. Josh Street says, for the missing Rock Solid, dear Bop, dear Bop, dear Bop, dear Bop. Actually, Rock Solid says, dear Bop, dear Cop, dear Nop, dear Bop, dear Cop, dear Nop. Actor says it's not the right question. John DeMarco says, you should write a book of your dreams, Bird. It would be more interesting than a lot of literature out there. I agree. Mike Richards says, yes. Actor says, it has to be meaningful comment about stream or life in general. It has to be meaningful comment about the stream or life in general. It could be anything. Not Ryan Johnson says, best thing to do after Bird's stream is forget it ever happened. Wow. Not Ryan Johnson. Wesley Crusher says, Bird or Prey. I hope to get home by the time you read this. That was at 5:26. And it's now 5:35. So it was 10 minutes ago. Wesley, yes. So hopefully you will be, Wes. CDJ Qapla says they did something screwy with the algorithm that messed up recommending channels with live streams. I think Neurotic had some problem. Yeah, Neurotic talked about it. And I DM'd Neurotic on Twitter because we were back and forth talking about the issue. And then for me, this morning, the issue had reverted itself back to the good way, the way it was. So I told Nerdrotic that for me, things were back to normal. I haven't heard yet if it changed for him or not. But for me, things were back to the way they used to be, which I'm surprised, but I'm not going to complain. I'm actually quite happy. Actor says, I will help an algorithm when an algorithm helps me first. Yitza says, if only you could comment when you're live. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't leave a comment when you're live. Dan23 says, be afraid. No, be very afraid. Speaking of changes coming, they've added a way to basically super chat on uploaded videos. Now, I don't have it yet, but apparently I'll get it at some point. It's called, I forget what it's called, applauding. You can applaud a video. So you'll see some channels already have it. If they've uploaded a video, you can send a super chat by there. I don't know what the icon looks like, but it's called applaud. And you click on it, and basically it's like leaving a paid comment if you were so chose. Now, I'm not saying anybody should do that, but that's just something else that YouTube has been working on, and you may or may not see it on the channel at some point. Apparently, they're giving it to creators in random bunches. So one day, if you ever see an applause button on one of my regular videos, just know that it could happen. I'm aware of it. I don't know when it will happen, but it likely will happen at some point. I don't know how I get notified. Maybe they'll actually email me. Hopefully they'll email me if somebody actually leaves a paid comment, because they don't email me when somebody leaves a regular comment anymore. They used to email me every time somebody left a comment. Now I have to go check for comments every day, so I don't get immediate notification of comments. Maybe if you pay, I'll get an immediate notification. I'm not even sure of that, but I keep an eye because I don't want to let the comments get too far behind. Jan23 says, be afraid. No, be very afraid. Actor says, you're still safe from a helicopter blade and ceiling fans, as a matter of fact. Well, I am now. I'm much safer now than when I was standing. There was a house in Florida once where I almost walked into, it was only like a 6.5 foot ceiling, and I almost walked into a ceiling fan on like turbo speed, and the fans were literally eye level with my eyes. I didn't even see them until somebody like pushed me back, and from an angle I saw it. I was like, holy shit. I was just inches away from them going right across my face. I had no idea they were even there. And T-Berg is here. T-Berg, who a year ago today took down the bird tower. We will always remember September 7th for the day T-Berg, under the command of Kurdistan, destroyed the bird tower and space engineers. Poor T-Berg. It's also Labor Day here in the United States, which means a lot of people have the day off. And Anti-Tracker said he would be streaming early today. He said between 7 and 8 p.m. sometime he'd be starting Eastern time. So that's an hour and 20 minutes now to 2 hours and 20 minutes from now. Anti-Tracker should start streaming. Actor says hit T. Hit T. T-Berg says Qapla, Qapla. Happy Tower Day. You son of a bitch, T-Berg. Happy Tower Day. Wesley says, everyone write more Dear Bops. Float the Dear Bop email. No, we have enough Dear Bops. And Super Mario just donated $1 with some eyebrow raising Dax. And Super Mario says, it's a me, Mario. Thanks to labor out there for making it possible for an Italian plumber like me to be the greatest video game character of all time. Sonic is my biatch. Remember that. Number 9. 9. Well, we don't have number anythings here. I'll play something at random. I don't know. Oh, there we go. It's a me, Mario. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at those brushstrokes. Dun 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 dun. Oh, they're at it again. And they're done.
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant
Hi,
Ezra Dax
Nicole.
on DS9. And I welcome you to Birdo Pray 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hail Karoga. Thank you again, Nicole. Uncle Remus says, I once dreamed I was flying by fart jets after eating White Castle. Very, very vivid. T-Berg says, alpacas are celebrating in the streets. I highly, highly doubt it. Actor says, peacefully. No, alpacas don't protest peacefully. T-Berg says, in masks and social distance. I doubt it. Yeah, actor says, another dream. T-Berg says 2,141.9 hours logged in Space Engineers. Mr. Londell says we're all fed up with pro sports these days. Absolutely. All of us. Even Thomas Potts, who's not here, but he's fed up, I'm told. Actor says Bird got to third base. Well, not in the dream, I didn't. Oh, well, no, I couldn't actually because of the goddamn overturned car. Uncle Remus says you don't like Black Lives Matter painted on NBA court. How about you start playing the game and leave policies at home? Absolutely. Although, to be honest, I never liked basketball to begin with, so it's just like even less. T-Berg says anything more than 500K pay for a pro athlete is insane. When you have people barely able to find food or keep a roof overhead, plus entitled, convinced to buy overpriced merch. I'm not so upset with their salaries because their salaries are basically a direct result of what they're worth. Like, you wouldn't be able to pay somebody $20 million if they didn't bring in $40 million of business to your team. So I think it's insane that people get paid that much, but I don't blame them. I say, hey, get paid as much as they'll pay you. That's what you're worth. I think it's crazy that we as consumers would buy as much merchandise as we do for our favorite pro sports athletes. But then again, who am I to say when I buy stuff for Star Trek and Star Wars and, Stargate and other, franchises I spend money on stuff. You find a lot of people willing to spend money on something and, you get actors that are paid millions of dollars instead of pro athletes. For me, actors and pro athletes are very much the same thing. You get a lot of people willing to spend a lot of money, and you can get people to get paid a lot. Is it right? I mean, to me, honestly, yeah, morally, I don't have a problem with it. It's literally how capitalism works. Now, I would hope these people who get paid a lot would donate a lot of it back to the community and donate it to society, the society that made it possible for them to get where they are to begin with. And a lot of them probably do, more than we would think, I would bet. But not all of them do. And I don't want to force them to do it. I don't want to tax them to do it because that's just forcing them. I just think that I would certainly respect someone more who makes, $10 million a year, but donates 9/10 of that back to the community, as opposed to someone who makes $10 million, but is in a state where they get taxed at 50% and they keep the 50% that they didn't get taxed 100% for themselves. Actor says, bird dreams never get from A to B. That's not a terrible description of my dreams. Dan23 says lives, not Grand Theft Auto. Wesley says, Bird, what kind of Kurogan baseball is that? I don't know, Wes. It's not like any baseball I've ever seen before. T-Berg says, Grand Theft Athlete. John DeMarco says, I've been done with pro sports for years. Yeah, I was pretty close. But this year, 2020, done. Even whether it's NASCAR or basketball or baseball or football or hockey or soccer, done. Don't care. Joseph says, I do not remember my dreams. They are not weird. However, due to nightmare I had as a child, I hate butterflies. Joseph, you're gonna have to give us more details on why you hate butterflies. I can't let something like that go. Piano Dean says, Bird of Prey, my first and only person to ever watch my first premiere video. Thanks, Bird. Qapla, Piano Dean. In fact, Piano Dean, I have it. I had it up. I was going to bring it up for people to remind people that if they are not yet, they need to subscribe to the Piano Dean channel, and I will put the link in. But guys, earlier today, Piano Dean put up his Life with Matthew virtual pub theme song, and while I'm not going to play it here because it's only a short stream, about a minute and 24 seconds, I strongly recommend that you guys all go over and take a look at Piano Dean.
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezra Dax on DS9.
Let me put
and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel.
Put up the URL for it. That is the link to Piano Dean's channel. And Josh Reed says, Bird of Prey, that sounds like a beans ball from Futurama. A Blurm's ball. Yeah, we'll get to that. But no, it wasn't Blurm's ball. T-Berg says, hi to his Toronto Maple Leaf shirt. It's okay. I'm not mad at other people who do like sports. I have friends who like sports. I was never the big sports fan. But certainly it's all gone. Any allegiance I had to any team is dead in 2020. Completely dead. Wesley has been done with pro sports since 1977. Wes, are you that old? Yitza says that's cause the dream is lying next to you, Joseph. Joseph says naked, beautiful women in front of Bird thinking about internal mechanics, complaining why the entertainment park is next to the sewer. I don't know that I've gone that far out, Joseph, but you'd be surprised. Josh Street says Bird is a floater. I would probably float. Uncle Remus is not one penny from me for pro sports, and I encourage my kids not to care about pro sports as well. Wesley is punching out. Awesome, Wesley. Continuum Track says, what's up, trackers? Qapla Continuum Track. Yitza says, Neurotic answering a Twitter. I can't even get his wife to allow me to buy a t-shirt. Oof. I've never had to deal with Neurotic's wife, because I know she has Instagram. That's her main way of communication, and I don't do the Instagram, so I'm sorry. I just don't. Joseph is adding Continuum Track. Dan23 says, a weird dream once there was a Klingon and he was in a school classroom excuse me, and a desk, and he opened his mouth and his tooth moved up and the disruptor shorts started coming out the gap. Disruptor shot started coming out the gap. So Klingon had a disruptor in its mouth. Joseph says the Continuum Track, premature, enter, hello there. Wow. Resolute Germs is just one way for YouTube to take money from creators. It's take money to get, yeah. Really, they're taking money from people who want to donate to creators. I'm sure they take their standard 30%. Dan23 says, for a long time now, the YouTube app, sometimes the video goes dark and you can still do is here. So you have to run the video off and around again to see it. And it doesn't matter how much you update, it still happens. I don't really use the YouTube app, thankfully. So I've not seen that myself. Continuum Tracks is Joseph. He's good. Thanks. Joseph's the Continuum Track. Do a shameless plug of your channel, guys. Continuum does a great show after Cinema Saturday and quiz about track, and you can actually participate. Yes, please do, Continuum Track. You guys should put in a link. Actor says, under the command of Turdistan, blasphemy, he was an independent Canadian. He was under the control, or Turdistan paid him or something. Joseph says, actor, long time no see. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, what was the point of paying money and sending a super sticker? What is the point of paying money and sending a super sticker? Dan, I have no idea, but a lot of people, not so much on my streams, but a lot of people on a lot of streams seem to like it. So YouTube said, fine, if you want to pay us $2 to $5, $10, $20, $100 so you can put a sticker up instead of a comment, they'd gladly take your money. I've sent maybe 4 super stickers in my entire life. I really don't get it. But hey, if somebody wants to spend their money, YouTube's not going to stop you. Absolutely not. Josh Reed says, but the bird tower was taken down by the Krogan crash happy evil god dictator Bird of Prey. When he crashed into it, Thomas has the video. That's a different tower. Wesley says, T-Berg, I help you with that? I don't remember. Question of track. Applause says, thank you, Joseph, for the plug. Question of track. Is that another, are you continuum track? T-Berg says, Bird of Prey. Number 1, I was an independent noob. 2, I put turd on the tower and in the antenna to make you think Anti-Trekker did it. And 3, I admit I had taken over the tower before building the ice station. Wesley says, dear Bop, dear Mop, dear son of a bitch, Captain Cop, dear Cop. We'll get to that very soon, Wes. I assume you're home or somewhere you can read the Dear Bops, because Wesley sent a very special Dear Bop. Josh Reed says, actor, long time no see. Bird let you out of the open. No, I didn't. Actor was never in the mines. Wesley says, dear son of a bitch. Wesley says, F you, Mario. Mario. Yes. Darth Ball says, brushstrokes aren't what comes to mind while watching this. Dan23 says, that's how quickly it is for some spans. Wow. Question of track says, hail Karoga. Breaststrokes. Hakib says, breaststrokes. Joseph says, the queen of track, send me the link to the channel on Twitter. I'll put it there. Queen of track. Question of track. Oh boy. If question of track is continuum track, we will add them as a moderator here. Wesley wants Dear Mop. We will get there. And Wesley Crusher donated 99 cents through Super Chat. Thank you, Wesley. I don't know if that's a sticker or not, but we'll get to it shortly. Dan23 yells sports. Hakeem lulls. Jeff Franklin's angry. Dan23 says, Bird of Prey, so I guess you won't be wearing anything with Michael Jordan's logo on it. I mean, if I had something with Jordan's logo, I'd still wear it, but I don't think I do. I mean, I might have an old Yankee shirt somewhere, but I don't expect to go buying any new stuff. Joseph says, here's the new channel where the quiz takes place every Saturday. Thank you so much, Joseph. And I also made them a moderator. And yes, Wesley put in a Turdistan super sticker, and Reslu Germ put in a happy face with $signs 99 cents super sticker. Thank you, Resolute. Yitza says, donate to my gold diamond studded underpants. Wow. Richie Pools says, Bird of Prey, what pisses me off is when well-paid athletes go on strike. Absolutely. And Jeff is getting more angry. I guess he does not like pro athletes either. Joseph says, the question of track. You're welcome. I'm promoting it because I really like it. That's the best way. Grassroots promotion. Dan23 says Bird of Prey. If you look at YouTube Twitter page, all it says in the bio is Black Lives Matter. Yeah, YouTube's Twitter page is pretty sad. Captain Track, Qapla, Captain Track. Pflugerville, watch the Matthew song from Piano Dean. Very cool. Question of Tracks says Joseph. He's glad that he enjoyed it. Dan23 says YouTube Premium. I remember he said he uses that once. Yes, I do. I do use YouTube Premium because I feel like it gives me an edge. Like I'm cheating the system. So I feel like they treat YouTube Premium content creators better than non-YouTube Premium content creators. I have no evidence of it, but until I get either A, really pissed off by YouTube, or get evidence to the contrary, I'm going to continue to pay the money. I mean, if nothing else, I don't have to worry about any ads. Now, I could use an ad blocker, but I'd rather just not worry about the ads without having to justify myself morally about using an ad blocker. Actually, as a YouTube Premium subscriber, when I watch somebody's channel, they get more money than they would have gotten if I had watched the ads on their channel. So really, like Nerdrotic and Doomcock and Anti-Tracker and Deej and not Deej because he's not monetized yet, but the monetized channels I watch get a hell of a lot more money just by me watching them than if I watched them and went through the ads. Because like the ads pay, maybe a cent, maybe less than a cent. Whereas, if I watch a 30-minute video, they probably get a nickel instead of a cent or a fraction of a cent. It's much higher percentage. And it all adds up. Obviously, one person doesn't matter, but you have 1,000 people giving you a nickel and you got $50. Jeff Franklin's was Bird of Prey, but it's 8:45 Matthew Standard Time. Wow, a Matthew Standard Time. That's something him and Piano Dean need to take up. Darth Maul says pole strokes. I don't know what that is. Piano Dean says, yes, thanks for doing that, Bird of Prey, and thanks to everyone who has watched and commented. Awesome. Piano Dean says, Nicole almost makes me want to hail Karoga. Almost. Hail Karoga. Come on, Reggie Poole. You're so close. You are so close. Josh Street says, I know how you feel, Richie. Richie Poole says, I think Jeff is about to explode. Josh Street says, Jeff, please make sure you go to Karoga if you go postal. Oh, no. But you're welcome in Karoga anytime. Jeff Franklin is a good friend of Karoga. Yitza says, thanks for the visual, Richie Poole. Actor, says Richie, how many angry faces is to enter the unsafe zone? Probably just one. One is too many. Not Ryan Johnson says 4 super stickers. That's 4 more than he's ever sent. Piano Dean says, Bird of Prey, the U.S. Open seems to be okay. I've always enjoyed watching pro tennis, but other sports I'm done. Tennis and golf are included. I never liked them. Never liked them. Richie Poole says, what the hell is a super sticker and why would anyone want to send one? I don't know. It's like there's a unicorn, there's a cat that farts hearts, there's the turd icon. It's like I really don't know why anyone would use them. Especially when you can do emojis. There's like 1,000 emojis you could use. And you could put 100 emojis in a single super chat. But you can only put one super sticker if you go with a super sticker. And there's, the only thing is that they're animated, whereas emojis aren't. And not all of them are animated. It's only some. Question of Tracks is Bird of Prey. We gave the show its own channel. And now Jeff Franklin is really getting upset. Jeff, let us know if there's something we can do. It pains us to see you like this, Jeff. Pixelate says, Richie Poole, some people don't want to say anything. And Wesley says, take that, Bird. Great. Great. And we are getting close to getting to the Dear Bops. Mike Richards says, yeah, but emojis are free. Absolutely. Fluggerville says, shut up. Shut your turd, Wesley. Oh, don't be mean to Wes. Josh Reed says, what the hell is that? Jeff Franklin has gone mad. Jeff says, gone nuclear, says Richie Poole. Dan23 says, YouTube has a separate channel on Twitter called YouTube Creators. Absolutely. Joseph says, Bird of Prey, Butterfly Story sent as a Dear Bop. Oh, boy. Okay, I can't wait for that. Dan says some companies have one Twitter page and other companies have too many. Absolutely. Resolute says, I don't doubt he's right about YouTube treating them better for being premium. Awesome. Poundine says, thanks for the retweet, Captain Track. And Jeff is getting to danger zone. Absolutely. Josh Reed says, watch out, Jeff's ready to blow. Yeah. Hail Karoga says, question of track. I don't like keep saying Queen of Track. Question of track. Hail Karoga. Richie Poole. Jeff Franklin has triggered the apocalypse. DeAndre Bird of Prey, what are you doing tomorrow for Star Trek Day? I have a doctor's appointment, believe at 4 p.m. So I'm not going to be doing anything till at least 5. And I'm not sure. Probably nothing. Probably just doing open lines or something. Dan23, yeah, probably just doing open lines or a game and open lines. You are welcome, question of track. You are welcome. Dear Bop is still a thing, and we will get to that in just a second. Let's do a few commercials, and I will be right back.
What's in this little glue egg that keeps Barbara Eden looking slim and trim?
Ooh, there's only one answer to that. It's Legs Control Top Pantyhose. See, Legs slims and trims but doesn't bind. So you get comfort and control.
Stretching, bending, standing, sitting. There's one pantyhose that's always fitting. Nothing beats a great pair of legs.
One of the nice things about McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, those hot, tasty pieces of boneless chicken, is that they're packaged in sizes for every appetite. Let me illustrate. Enter the six-pack. A logical lunch. McNuggets 9, a delight for dinner. And a pack of 20? Hey, perfect for picnics and parties. Of course, these are mere suggestions. Your appetite will be the true guide.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's. It's a corner of America with cozy harbor towns. It's salty air, wicker chairs, and a surf that pounds. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. The spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit that we want to share with you.
For your free Massachusetts vacation kit, call 1-800-624-MASS.
おはよう、バディ。
おはよう、ドナルド。マクドナルドに朝ごはん食べるか？
わあ、スクランブルエッグマフィン、ハッシュポテト、あ、ホットケーキ、わあ。あれ、大変だ。ここかな、こっちか。よし、ここだ。あれ？
もう。おいしい笑顔、マクドナルド。
みんなもおいでよ。
Ronald McDonald in Dreamy Breakfast.
This morning it seems Ronald's having a dream.
Time for breakfast, Bertie.
Oh boy, hotcakes!
Hoppin' McHotcakes. After 'em, Bertie.
You betcha!
What? Whoops. Gotcha!
Not you! Ronald,
Time for breakfast with a friend.
Wow. Yummy hotcake syrup and butter.
plus juice and milk.
Breakfast,
A dream come true.
McDonald's and you.
Hello world, we're back. It is time for Dear Bops. Dear Bop, shabop, da bop, da bop, da bop. 20 McNuggets for $1. Wow. Yes. Wesley Bird of Prey, yay, I get to watch Dear Bop at home. Awesome. Awesome that you're home, Wes. It would help if I actually bring up the Dear Bops. And we are here at Dear Bop Central. Oh, wow. We got a bunch of Dear Bops. But I see we've got some interesting ones. Let's get to them. Let's get to them as quickly as possible. First, Dear Bop says, Dear Bop, I'm frustrated at the moment. I've been working my current job for over 10 years. I continue to be passed up or for pay increases or other positions. I'm told I do good work. The only reason I stay here is because it's steady work and I barely remember how to find other jobs. What is your take on this? I will try to watch for something. I'll try to watch for reading this. Thanks a lot, Bop. Job sucks guy. I am sorry your job sucks. I would absolutely, I know it's a hard time to be switching jobs. I mean, I even though I'm not out there in the job market, obviously I hear what's going on, and let's face it, with COVID and everything, it's tough to change jobs. That said, if you're unhappy with your job, I would absolutely start looking for another job while keeping your current one. Okay, you don't have to quit your current one to start looking for others. Put yourself out there. I mean, if you know people who left your company and went to some other company, talk to them, see what they, see if you can get the hold of them on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, wherever you might know them. If you're still friends with, if you're not, find them on LinkedIn. See how they like it. See if they thought it was a good change. Do they like their new place? Obviously, with no idea what your current job is, I don't know if you'd be looking to stay in the same industry or be looking to switch industries, but definitely keep an eye out and, start looking. I would see, sometimes for me, and this is New York City, there's just too many options. Like, it's overwhelming to try and find a job in New York City. What I would have to do was literally narrow it down to a small area and say, I want a job here. And when I ended up getting the job I got for the 10 years I worked it was a job that was within a circle of places I could get to within 15 to 20 minutes of my house and of Long Island, where some of my family and all my friends from college were. So it was within that circle, and that's what helped me narrow down the places. Otherwise, I would have been interviewing at places all across the greater New York City metropolitan area. I would never have been able to narrow it down. Obviously, if you're in a smaller city, you're going to have less options, but narrow down to a place you want it to be and start there. Like, if there's places within 10 minutes of your house, you don't have to worry about commuting or something, or even walking distance. Start there. See if you can get a job nearby. If there's nothing like that and you're going to have to travel anyway, then travel in the direction you want to travel. Maybe there's places opposite traffic. I don't know. Find a place and start searching, and then, get further and further out as time goes on. But find your ideal place physically. Start searching for places close to it and expand from there. And I wish you the best of luck. I wouldn't, you could keep going at this place for days, months, years, maybe. But why be miserable if there's a chance you don't have to be? Just don't get rid of your job until you've got another one. That's the only thing I would strongly suggest, is always keep your job if you can until you have a replacement. Dear Mop, that's for you. I sent you a Red Lobster gift card. It's for you, Mamo Pray, and not for Bird. It's not much, but I hope you can order a dinner. Sassy gets any leftovers, but repeat, no lobster for Bird. No lobster for Bird. Happy birthday, or Christmas, or Mother's Day, or whatever.
Happy Labor Day.
Mamo Pray thanks you. Happy Labor Day. Already put to good use. And no, yes, thank you,
Immense.
Wesley. And no, I did not get any lobster, but I did get those delicious biscuits. Oh, gotta love the Red Lobster biscuits. So thank you. Greatly appreciated. And it's actually, there was a Amazon gift card was sent, but I can't open it because it has, I think I can open it, but I can't go to the link because it has a PIN code. Although yeah, I don't want to show the PIN code for the.
And tell Wesley you didn't know Red Lobster.
I didn't know Red Lobster delivered until I told Mama Pray about it. It's like, oh, Red Lobster delivers. I'm like, oh, if Red Lobster delivers, why weren't we ordering it? Thank you, Wesley. And Mama Pray thanks you. And thank you. And I'm sorry I forgot exactly who it was, but we kept the money separate for who sent the money for Mama Pray to have lobster. She got lobster. She had a lobster salad, a lobster sandwich earlier, and then today she had lobster bisque and lobster tail, and a buttload of shrimp, a lot of shrimp. That's probably a bad expression. A lot of shrimp. Springtime, says Bird of Prey. How you doing today? Not bad, springtime. Any day I can have a Red Lobster biscuit is a good day, and I got to thank Wesley Crusher. And Wesley also says he found my Jeep. Dear Bob, I found your old Jeep. What's it doing in Kurdistan? Really? You found a Jeep in Kurdistan? What the hell is going on here? It would appear, it would appear this Jeep might have had a run-in with a tree. That's not my Jeep. In all the years of driving, I won't say I never hit anything, but I never hit a tree like that. I'll tell you. I did hit a car once, but it was his fault. He blew a stop sign. And it didn't cause damage like this. That's very sad that classic Jeep was so damaged. And there was a second picture too. Is it the same picture? It's pretty close. No, it's a little different. A little different damage. Poor Jeep. Honestly, that might be it for that Jeep. That might not be worth repairing. That's probably totaled that Jeep. It's a very sad picture, Wes. I feel bad. I feel bad for the Jeep. Wesley is laughing hysterically. Dan23 says biscuits in America are bread rolls in England. Josh Reed is lolling Bird of Prey. All crash Jeeps are yours, Jeep. And Wesley says Bird of Prey I'm on a roll this week. You certainly are, Wes. You certainly are. And here we go. Dear Bop, I heard you were starting your own political party, the Kurogan Party. If this is true, what do you stand for? Is it left, right, or central leaning? What policies Winter Party implement? What policies Winter Party implement? Taxes, Social Security, constitutional rights. We need to know these things. If you're running for governor, what would you tell us your goals are? Thanks, Bob. He's a Bernie's Bros guy. Well, I don't know about Bernie Bro guy. But yes, it is a centrist party. We stand for common sense values, traditional American common sense values, although I don't like to use the word stand because I can't personally stand, but we support traditional American centrist values. Okay, we neither support nor unsupport things like gay marriage. Government shouldn't care about marriage. We don't support nor dissupport any race or religion. It should be irrelevant to the government. The government shouldn't care about your race or your religion. These things just do not matter on a government level. your gender, whatever. If you want to call yourself a man, you can call yourself a man. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If you look like a woman, you want to call yourself a man, I don't care. But your birth certificate, it's going to have the gender to which you were born. And if you were one of those very few people to which you had, both or no genitals, then there'll be an other. There will be an other box, but that will only be used in cases where it's actually other, assuming your parents want it to be used that way. Do we stand for taxes? Fair tax system. I want to keep taxes as low as possible. It would be a progressive tax system. Okay, the poor don't have to pay the same percentage as the rich, but the goal is to keep taxes as low as possible. And I don't want anyone not paying any taxes. The whole point of taxes is you've got to know that taxes hurt, at least to a point. So whether you're in the lowest tax bracket, maybe you're only paying 1% in taxes, but you're still going to be writing a check for taxes, because that's the only way you're going to understand that taxes mean something. And the very rich, they'll be writing a bigger check, but it's still, the goal is to keep taxes as low as possible. Social Security, people who've already paid in or been paying in for some set amount of time, maybe 20 years, 30 years, they will continue to have Social Security. People who have yet to pay in or have just started paying in, we will convert that to some other form of retirement savings, and long-term goal, not have Social Security be a government-controlled thing, return control to the individuals. I just don't think the government needs to be taking in the Social Security money that we know we're just going to use for something else and then write a big IOU. That's not going to work. Healthcare, we got to fix. We got to fix healthcare. I don't know how 100% yet, but I know we're going to get rid of a lot of private insurance. Josh reaches Bird of Prey. Did you like the old Bird of Prey with the hair I found and sent you on Discord? I did not notice it, Josh Street. I haven't been on Discord lately. And if I was governor of New York, I would succeed. My promise that I've made is if I ever become mayor of New York or governor of New York, I would fill in all the subways with concrete. Okay, we are going to get rid of the subway system. It is the biggest blight on New York City. Once the subway system is gone, things will get better. No, there'll be no such thing as being a sanctuary city or a sanctuary state. The DNC just donated $1 and said 19 illegal immigrants who we had voted in 2016 election were arrested for voter fraud, even though Democrats don't think it happens anyway. Can you send more for this election? You want us to send, orphans are too young to vote. We don't send people above 18 for elections. I'm sorry. We're not gonna get into this trap of playing with being called that we're interfering with American elections. The Democrats can find plenty of dead voters and pets and house pets. They don't need us to send in any from Kuroga. Captain Trax's Bird of Prey, nation states, the armed republic of Kuroga, the compulsory consumerist state today is a good day for civil rights, average economy powerhouse, political freedom few. Yes, well, that is the nation states version of Kuroga. And Daniel's Hot Topic says, what's wrong with the subway? Daniel, have you ever been on the subway? It smells like piss, Daniel. It smells like piss, and it looks like piss, and there's rats galore, and there's dirty nastiness, and like all the problems of the city can be found in the subway. I'm just going to fill it in with concrete, and we'll never have a subway again. Question of track with a 229 euro. Thank you. Super chat says, all hail Karoga. Thank you. Qapla. Question of track. Indeed, all hail Karoga. And that's what we're going to do. And we're not going to go to war. Okay. Let me tell you, we're not going to go to war. If you F with us, we are just going to bomb the shit out of you. Thank you. Question of track. We're just I'm going to call the nearest submarine. I'm going to say, hey, Darren, launch that missile, and boom. And that's it. We're not going to send troops. Okay? You're not going to send the troops until everybody in your country has been nuked. So don't worry about it. We're not going to war, but we might bomb people. If you F with us, you will be bombed to oblivion. Dear Bop, greetings from the Galactic Union of M-class planets to the God Emperor of Karoga. Having tapped into your communication satellites, we discovered that you are celebrating a holiday called Labor Day. We assume this is about your females giving birth to a new generation of slaves or subjects. We approve and support your mission of conquering the rest of your planet. Is there any way we can assist? Signed, Emperor Zoltar. P.S. Trixie sends her love and requests an autograph photo. Hail Karoga. Hail Zoltar. Labor Day is actually not about women going into labor. It's actually a holdover from the 1800s when unions were big and influential, and they said, hey, how can we get people to like unions and whatnot? Like, oh, we'll give them one day off work and everybody will be happy. And so the politicians, in order to win over union votes, basically created Labor Day as a way to get votes. So it's actually a very fraudulent holiday. It beckons back to a time of, shall we say, less than honest practices between politicians and unions, something that continues to this day. But everybody wants a day off near the end of summer, so we just let it be. And so we shall let it be. Although I do hope one day we can change it from Labor Day to Karoga Day. Or perhaps one day when Star Trek gets good again, we can drop Labor Day and celebrate Star Trek Day, which is September 8th. Now, it is always September 8th instead of the first Monday of September, such as Labor Day. Daniel says, Bird of Prey, you talk about Star Trek Day on the streams, and will you come to Life with Matthew stream so we can talk about life? Would be cool. I'm still wonder why Shatner was not invited. Well, Shatner wasn't invited because they hate him, Daniel. They hate him. He does not buy into the woke agenda that is Alex Kurtzman's Star Trek. So he wasn't going to get an invite. He probably wouldn't want an invite, and I doubt he would have gone even if invited. But that said, it was bullshit that they insulted him by making his picture the smallest picture on that poster when he should have easily have been the biggest picture on the poster. And they should have had a tribute area for Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, James Doohan, and Rene Auberjonois, and Aaron Eisenberg, and any other main characters of Trek that have passed away that I might be missing. I don't think I am. But all the main characters of Trek who have passed away, they should have had a section for them as well. They did none of that. And then they didn't even put Captain Archer nor Porthos on the poster. Childish. I don't know what I'm be doing tomorrow, Daniel. I honestly don't. I have a doctor's appointment late in the afternoon for me, so we'll see what happens. I'll probably be around earlier in the day, but I don't think I'm going to stream until I'm done with my doctor's appointment, which I'm not sure when exactly that'll be. Probably, hopefully by 5 o'clock. Dear Bob, I seen you love when you go and use leaf blowers. I'm going to make sure you hear it more all day long. Signed, your friendly neighbor leaf blower Tony. P.S. I hear you love Frank and Freddie. We're married. No, f you, Tony. This is bullshit, and this isn't Tony. Tony. You're breaking my heart, Tony. Daniel's Hot Topics is Bird of Prey. They should have invited the legendary Captain James Tiberius Kirk. Absolutely, they should have. Richie Pools says Porthos and Spot should both be featured. Okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to get angry over Spot, but Porthos, absolutely. Dear Bob, I seen you love when you... I just read this. This is a duplicate. Okay. Oh, here we go. Dear Pob. What the hell is Pob? It's me, Joe, wife to Jill. Have you abandoned me? I haven't noticed the scent of your hair recently. Where have you been? Wait, it's just females I do that to. But anyway, where have you been? You aren't talking to me anymore. I desperately need you to be an outreach for my venture to be the next head maintenance person at that house in Washington, CD. And when appointed, I will rename it to just the house because its current name is racist. Being the head maintenance person, I will make the color of the paint on the house will change too because the current color is also racist. Anyway, can you send me about 50 million in unmarked bills? And will you also start campaigning hard for me? My other supporters are not funding or supporting me. I don't understand why. I need to have enough stuff to do that thing in all 74 states because dinosaurs need love and jazz. Or is it all that jazz? I don't know. Can you help a fellow Joe out? Well, off to get the eco-friendly cars at the auto zoo. My job is never ending. Wait, I can't leave my basement. What would people think? Okay, off to hiding in fear in my basement from Vicious Cat. Thank you for your support, Anonymous Biden. What? It's Joe, wife to Jill. I've not abandoned you. I've not abandoned you, Mr. Biden. You were supposed to choose me as your presidential running mate. Instead, you chose Kamala Harris as VP. So you need to talk to Kamala, not to me. You had your chance. You blew it. I'm sorry. But yeah, to talk to Kamala. Kamala? Is it Kamala or Kamala? I think it's Kamala. Talk to Kamala. Maybe she can help you. Wesley's Bird of Prey. Tony was being a bastard. He was. Daniel's Bird of Prey. I love the new track. I cannot wait for Section 31. And the only person representing TOS is Takai. Wow, they must be desperate. Well, Takai loves to represent Trek. So, I mean, there's really not a hell of a lot of people. Hora, Nichelle Nichols is unfortunately, if you've seen her lately in person, I don't think she's in any physical condition to be there. Let's put it this way. If it was a mental aptitude test between her and Joe Biden, I don't think either of them would win. She's in bad condition. There's George Takei. I guess Walter Koenig could probably have done something, but for whatever reason, they don't get him too often. So George Takei, plus George Takei is, an LGBT plus person, so they love having him there. Actor says, in my country is worse. It's the pink house. It's painted pink. Oh, actor, I'm sorry to hear that. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, Joe Biden needs to go back to the basement. Absolutely. And Alex Kurtzman donated $1. Thank you, Alex Kurtzman. And said, today is my birthday. How fitting it is the day before Star Trek's birthday. Hello, Daniel's Hot Topics. You are my biggest fan. If you give CBS money, I will make Section 4 or whatever it is called Sorry, I Don't Know Anything About Star Trek. Actor says, Kurtzman giving back to the fans. What a great man. Josh Reed says, Wesley, did you let Biden out of your basement? And Mike Richards says, Bird of Prey. Takei rhymes with okay. Takei. George Takei. Excuse me, George Takei. Dear Bob, starting a review series for forgotten sci-fi shows. How would you suggest I format the show? I can't decide between reviewing the episode by episode, or do the whole series in one show. Well, I'd say if it's more than 5 or 6 episodes, do it episode by episode. I mean, you can't review 20 episodes. Even 10 episodes would be hard pressed to review an entire season at once. And if it's more than 10 episodes, I really can't imagine you doing it season by season. But I mean, listen, it's your call. Maybe it's 3 episodes. Maybe you review every 3 episodes, every 4 episodes. It's very hard to tell you without knowing. Like it's like if it was a Twilight Zone, maybe you could get away with reviewing 2 episodes per episode, but that's about it. Because they have zero continuity. They don't. But if it's something else like Lost in Space, maybe there you could get away with doing 4 or 5 plus episodes, or a Battlestar Galactica original 4 or 5 episodes per review. I still don't think I would do a whole season though. It's really going to depend on the actual material. Dear Bob, I took a screenshot of the applaud button to show your peeps. I hope it works. Not Joe Biden. Oh, thank you, Joe Biden. There it is. 44K, 1 down vote. So we have an applaud. It's next to the thumbs up and thumbs down. There's applaud. Well, that's good to know. I hadn't seen it yet, so thank you. I wasn't 100% sure where to look. Dear Bob, the sky is orange and brown. Ash on my car again. I hate summer. Another forest fire, and it's 115 out. Someone cool the planet down. Dear Bob, what are you going to do about the heat? I'm melting. Thanks. Guy stuck in hell. Just turn your air conditioners around. That'll cool off the atmosphere. And obviously bring homeostasis to the planet. Springtime says, Bird of Prey, what country are you in? Because you clearly aren't in Canada or America or Australia or New Zealand or UK or even Alaska. I'm in Karoga, which happens to be within the current bounds of New York City, which is currently within the United States right now. But yes, I am in the United States. I don't know why you would think I'm not, but I clearly am. to have a little water. This is not a paid promotion for Poland Spring. Don't worry. It's not paid. It's not paid. I'm just showing it off because I want to show it off. I skipped one. Son of a bitch. Dear Bob, I had a dream that there was a butterfly stuck in a spider's web. The spider was coming to eat the butterfly. I went to save the butterfly, but I also knew the spider needed to eat to survive. How can I save both? What would you do? Thanks, VTS. I would probably stay far away from a spider web that was strong enough to catch a butterfly. I'm not going to go rescuing insects from spider webs. I'm sorry. Unless this was like my pet butterfly and I had named it or something. I nursed it back to health from a caterpillar. If a butterfly hits a spider web, then unfortunately, that's just a way for me to know to avoid the spider web. So that's what I would do. Unfortunately, the butterfly would stay in the web. Dear Bob, here is the story why I hate butterflies. It's nothing special. As a kid, I had bed sheets with big orange and yellow flowers. I did not mind those, but I had the bed sheets also once I was sick and had a high fever. I had a nightmare where I was walking between the flowers and they started to grow. I was shrinking, had heavy legs, could not walk, and suddenly from nowhere, butterflies appeared. They were beautiful, with colored wings, but they were giant and had ugly bug faces with rotten, sharp teeth. I had this nightmare every time afterwards when I had those bed sheets, so I asked for not getting those anymore. As I was about 10, I found them in the closet, took them into the garden, and burned those orange bed sheets. Was really cathartic? Cathartic? It seems like an English word. Cathartic. Cathartic. Providing psychological relief through the open expression and strong emotions. Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like that's the right word to use. Not one I come across too often. Well, Joseph, it's good to hear. Glad you got to burn your bed sheets and that it stopped, I hope, with the nightmares. Yeah, I gotta say that is an odd one. That is an odd one. Springtime is bird of prey. Just confess that, like the first lady, you are from Croatia. I'm not from Croatia. Springtime bird of prey. How do I get my moose versus wild boar fights going? I would imagine, I don't know, put something the moose wants to eat, like on the wild boar, and put something the wild boar wants to eat on the moose. And then just like let them go make peanut butter or something. In fact, peanut butter up both of them. They probably both like peanut butter. And let them go at each other. Dear Bob, I need your help figuring out the meaning of a dream I had last night. In this one, I was in a classroom, probably high school. The weird thing was that I was the only male in the class. I was surrounded by a bunch of very hot young ladies, 18-ish. Yeah, good thing you put that in. And the teacher was an old bag, but she was okay as I was not focusing on her. The cute girl next to me had a Walkman and the earbuds were in her ears. When she clicked the play button, the front of the classroom faded away and a very cool band was playing a heavy song, something like a song called Girls' School. The teacher had no clue that this was happening behind her, and then more of the female students started rocking out to the band, playing behind the old teacher. I wish that I was in the band and I was playing behind the teacher. Then I woke up with, Then I woke up with a Woodrow. What does this mean, AT? Well, first off, AT, I isn't the teacher usually at the front of the class? Why? I don't know. Why does the teacher be at the back of the class? The dream doesn't make any sense. It's like your whole classroom is oriented wrong. But that aside, this clearly means I've read many dream interpretation books. In fact, we have a whole Kurogan department of dream interpretations. And I'm sorry to say that this dream means that, yeah, it's, how do I say this? How do I say this politely in 2020? This dream means that you're going to have a special relationship with something other than a human. You have a great love for an inanimate object of some sort, often a washing or drying machine. So you should probably dump any boyfriend or girlfriend, divorce any husband or wife you may have, make a date to go to your nearest Sears or Best Buy or whatever still sells washers and dryers. Find your new love and take it home and have a beautiful, long relationship together. It's the only way you will find true happiness and the dreams will end. But hang in there. It's really not as bad as it sounds. In fact, 1 in 1,250 people have that same dream. Not me, of course, but other crazy people have that dream. Dear Bob, I'm having an argument with my boyfriend. He likes Coke and I'm a Pepsi guy. Maybe we should just get RC Cola and call it even. What do you think, as I know you are a beverage expert? Thank you for your help as this argument is breaking us up. RXD. You're incompatible. You are incompatible. Just break up. Pepsi and Coke people, they don't mix. In fact, many of the world's most crazy serial murderers, it was because the guy drank Coke or Pepsi and his wife drank the other. It's 100% destined for failure. So, and no, RC Cola is not a happy medium. That's like saying, I like Coke, I like Pepsi. I'm like, oh, let's just settle on drinking piss water. No, nobody, that's not a settlement. You either have to fight it out, physical domination, alpha male takes, wins, and then the other person drinks what they're told, or you break up. It's over. Dear Bob, would you rather be able to detect any lie you hear or get away with any lie you tell? I guess detect any lie, because I don't like telling lies. And it's not that I'm afraid I wouldn't get away with them. It's a moral, it hurts. It hurts when I start telling lies. So I wouldn't go down that road. Even if I know I could get away with it, it would still be a moral hit on me. But if I could know for sure when somebody was honest or lying, that would come in a lot more handy. So I would 100%, I'd rather be able to detect the lies rather than be able to tell the lies. Daniel says, Bird of Prey. Back in 2011, I met the awesome girl online called Jessica Dully. She was so cool. She loved Comic-Con and cosplay Star Wars and lived to play video games. But she got married in 2012. Oh, well, you should have been a little quicker, Daniel. Why did she get married to somebody else? You should have proposed. I'm sorry to hear that. But hey, 2012, there's half a chance she's divorced now. Daniel says, Bird of Prey, I gave you her vid. Well, it's okay. Oh, you fell into depression. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Daniel. I'm sorry about that, but Jeff Franklin says, hey now, Bird of Prey. My parents have been together for 53 years of marriage and several years before that. And my mom drinks Pepsi. My dad drinks Coke. It can work. Jeff, they're lying to you. Okay. Both of them drink Coke. I don't know why your mom wants to tell you she drinks Pepsi, but they both drink Coke. Sorry. I know this is a big shock to you. And Daniel, I'm sorry about the depression, but yeah, you gotta move quick. Good women do not stay on the market for long. It's just the fact of life. Dear Bop, at a movie theater, which armrest is yours? Good question. Both. Mama Pray knew it answered too. Yep, both. Nobody should be sitting next to you unless it's somebody you invite to sit next to you. And Jeff Franklin, oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't want to be the one to tell you about this whole Pepsi thing being fake. And Jeff Franklin says, wow, Burford, wow. And now he's really angry. I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't know how to tell you this, but I just got to be honest with you. You see, if you had the power to detect that I wasn't lying, I don't know that you'd be any less angry, but you would at least, you'd get it. Dear Bop, Dixon Cider again from Secret Hideout. Again, we are so happy with the positive reviews you have posted for Lower Decks, as we know the show is not really that great, and we appreciate the good PR that we can gather. We know the payments have been made to you have helped to elevate the reviews. So the reason I'm reaching out to you is that we are now in the initial stage of writing and animating a new track cartoon. And we want you to voice one of our characters. We will make it worth your while. And we will send you a contract. And if you're interested in joining us on this new and exciting show, here are the details. You would voice Tharis Fault, transitioning from male to female Klingon Beck, which is an enlisted rank in the Klingon Defense Force. Just writing this out has me laughing. She will provide many hilarious moments in our new show called Admiral Krell's Heroes. The show will take place in the TOS time period and will include appearances by Sulu, who is also transitioning in our show. I know this will be absolutely hilarious TV. I'm looking forward to hearing from you as well to lock down the actors this week. I hope to have episodes ready by January 2021. We promised Doomcock and Gary Nerdrotic to send them test episodes before we air. Thank you. Talk soon, Dix. Oh, absolutely. I'm in. Just let me know how many digits past 5 digits are in the paycheck, and we can talk. Have your people get in touch with my people. I'm gonna be in Star Trek. I don't care if I'm a transitioning character. It really doesn't matter. Dear Bob, help, help! I'm a political prisoner in Turkestan. Uh-oh. I disagreed with the Turkestani Science Commission over black holes. Excuse me. I disagreed with the Turkestani Science Commission over black holes. My entire staff was arrested and charged with teaching false scientific dogma. Since that day, we have formed coalitions with various prison factions and have taken control of the prison and surrounding countryside with the help of the local people. Hey, we implore you to come to our aid in this, our most dire time of need. If Kuroga truly believes in the power of one-man rule, you will send us aid. Our cause is just. Official news release. There has been an incident at the Turkestani Asylum for criminality and criminally insane, and the situation is presently under control. Please obey all treaty stipulations. This transmission ends now. Well, I guess they solved that. It's always good when we don't have to worry about breaking any treaties. Wesley, Jeff is now angry at Wesley. Resolute Germ says that's a 10-digit an episode contract minimum. Absolutely. Dr. Scotty Qapla says Admiral Krell's heroes. I hope that's as funny as Hogan's heroes. Absolutely. And Daniels is sad. Says I am disabled. She would not have wanted me. Girls want the best genetic material is what people tell me. It's so unfair. I'm sorry to hear that, Daniel.
BS.
Mamo Prey says that's BS. And I tell you, as Mamo Prey, who married a guy who was on oxygen and disabled, not all women go for the healthiest of people. But yes, it's a harder playing field when you're disabled for sure, Daniel. So of course, also Dad O'Prey, he was not, though he wasn't disabled, he was not, he was a large man.
That was like when we first got married.
Mom O'Prey was a 4 foot 11, 4 foot 10.5-inch woman. Dad O'Prey was like 6'3".
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O'Prey.
Mom O'Prey weighed
Hail Karoga.
Maybe 100 pounds, and Dad O'Prey, well over 300 pounds. So sometimes there's somebody out there who doesn't care. Grant you, it's certainly easier the healthier you are. I'm not going to say it isn't, but it's also not without hope. Jeff Franklin is upset. Jeff is sad. And Wesley says, Hector, he is full of chicken nuggets. Wow. Mama Prey says she's full of lobster. And another thank you to Wesley. Got a few more Dear Bops. Dear Bop, do hobos like coconuts? Let me tell you, hobos love coconuts and yams. They like them for totally different reasons, but it's absolutely true. Hobos love coconuts and yams. I don't know the why, but they do. Dear Bob, since we have 2020, what will you do once the Grand Canyon blows up? We'll dig a new one. We'll dig a new canyon, a bigger canyon. We'll dig it across the border with Mexico. That'll teach them. And forget the wall. Like, oh, we don't have a wall here. We'll dig a canyon. Cross that. And it'll have rocket launchers on top. Dear Bob, I think Pringle's original intention was to take tennis balls, but on the day the rubber was supposed to show up, ended up being potato truck by mistake. And the Pringle, being laid back company, said, F it, cut 'em up. By the way, the escalator can't break down. It can only become stairs. When an escalator stops running, they should just put up a sign that says escalator temporarily stairs. Mitch. Well, Mitch, uh-oh, we lost. No, I'll have water or something. Mitch, I got some unfortunate, sad news. An escalator can absolutely break down. The stairs break off, and people fall into the machinery and are crushed and die, or have terrible, terrible accidents. So I don't know where you get this. I know it's a well-known. Oh, we need the Dear Bob window up. I know it's a well-known fallacy that escalators don't break; they can just become stairs. But absolutely, escalators can break, and they become death machines. So I actually always preferred elevators to escalators, and there's plenty of proof out there as to why you would prefer an elevator to an escalator. They can both fail, and people can die in both, but dying in an escalator, that's a terrible way to go. Dying in an elevator, also terrible, but less so. Dear Bob, thank you for being on YouTube almost every day. Your content is always entertaining and often hilarious. You are kind and welcoming to everyone. You are an inspiration to the community, and you are loved. Again, thank you for everything you do. It is extremely appreciated. Aw, thank you. And I know nobody signed it, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I try. Dear Bob, I take back everything I just said to you. After your comments to Jeff Franklin, you should be ashamed of yourself. Death to Karoga. You know who, you son of a bitch. I think this was a setup. I suspect you didn't even write this until I said what I said to Jeff Franklin. Listen, don't hate me for being right. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Hopefully that helps a little. Captain Trax is Bird of Prey. That is the exception, and most out there only care about looks, which is why I gave up looking years ago. I hear you, Captain. I gave up, but I'm just saying it is possibility. It is not. It is improbable, not impossible. Dear Bob, I thought I said Sassy gets any leftover from lobster dinner. Why did you eat all of Mama Prey's biscuits? Are you trying to starve Mama Prey again? Wesley Crusher. No, Wes. We got a side order of 12 biscuits, which is more than Mama Prey could eat, and more than Sassy could eat, and more than I could eat. So Sassy definitely got some leftovers. More as much as Mama Prey. Mama Prey found out Sassy likes lobster and shrimp. I didn't get any lobster. So Sassy got Mama Pray wasn't comfortable giving Sassy anymore. So that's where we were. But thank you again. Thank you very much. Yeah, Sassy, you say thank you too? Aw, you're a good girl, Sassy. You're a good girl. Okay. So let's head on over back to see Nicole one more
Hi, I'm
time.
Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9. And I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hail Karoga. Okay, so I told you about the dream I had with becoming a lazy baseball player. So it didn't end there. After I woke up, I had some inspiration to change the words to take me out to the ball game to a Karoga Bird o' Prey related song. And so I did. And I also found some license-free music, background music for Take Me Out to the Ball Game on YouTube. So it's a very short song, but without further ado, instead of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, it's Wake Me Up for the Bird Stream. We'll see how this works. I don't know. But hopefully the volume of my voice isn't overpowering the song. But I also don't want the song to be too low. Okay. Okay. Wake me up for the bird stream. Wake me up for YouTube. Buy me some Steam games and super chat. I don't care if I never see new track, for it's hail, hail, hail to Karoga. If Bird doesn't win, it's a sham. It's 1, 2, 3, dear Bops, you're hooked at the old bird stream. Do 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 Wake me up for the bird stream. Wake me up for YouTube. Buy me some Steam games and super chats. I don't care if I never see new track, for it's hail, hail, hail to Karoga. If Bird doesn't win, it's a sham. It's 1, 2, 3, dear Bops, you're hooked at the old bird stream. Wish I had a saxophone. Yeah. 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 Okay. I know. Awesome, right? Well, who needs Piano Dean? You got Piano Bird or Jazz Bird or whatever. I'm sure everybody's rated that a 10, so I'm not even going to look at the chat to see just how good it was. I'm just going to assume I'm getting tons of applause. Wesley says, okay, you're forgiven for eating Mama Pray's food. Wow. Question of track is lolling. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. Your face is orange. Is it Trump envy? Am I getting a little orange, natural orange-ish look? I don't know. It might be the reflection of the gold in my new credit card reflecting on me because I got hacked, apparently. Oh, we got a text message from somebody. Oh. That was nice. That was nice of somebody. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, so I won't. But I had to send them a thank you. I don't know why the face is orange. Daniel says, Bird of Prey, hail Corona. No, not Corona. Caroga. Actor says, don't write songs for Bird with high notes, please. Will this be in iTunes? Asks Hector. I don't know. I'll see if we can get it. Wesley says, Bird plays while he Jaloja. Jazzman Bird. Yes, Mike Richards. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey propaganda via song. Oh my God, my ears are bleeding. Resolute says, Bird of Prey, great singing, sir. Piano Dean, can you save this mess of a song? I don't know if Piano Dean's still here. Actor says, natural orange, is he from the planet of that green, from the Teen Titans, that girl from Teen Titans? Never seen it. Jeff Regas says, Captain Track, I have heard worse singing on YouTube. Well, that's good. Captain Track says, where? Wow. You didn't like it? Well, we can do it. We'll do it once without the background music. Maybe that's the problem. Wake me up for the bird stream. Wake me up for YouTube. Buy me some Steam games and Super Chat. I don't care if I never see new track. For it's hail. Hail, hail to Karoga. If Bird doesn't win, it's a sham. It's 1, 2, 3, dear bops, you're hooked at the old Bird stream. There you go. There you go. You're welcome. You want Ozzy O'Prey to sing it? If you're sure. I didn't know Ozzy O'Prey could sing, but if you want, he could try. Oi! Wake me up for the bird stream. Wake me up for the YouTube. Buy me some Steam games and Super Chat. I don't care if I never see new track. For it's hail, hail, hail to Karoga. If Bird doesn't win, it's a sham. It's 1, 2, 3, dear bops, you're hooked at the old Bird stream. Oi, yay! Ruse for everybody! Qapla! Yay, ruse! Dingoes! Crikey! Crikey, that made Jeff Franklin angry. Oh, Wesley Crusher, stop. Oh, that's not very nice. I've got a knife for you. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. You know AT is going to do something terrible with this. I don't think Anti-Tricker is even watching this stream. I think he's working. Oh, ho, ho. Although Anti-Tricker... Oh, I thought Mama Prey was up here. I heard the garage door opening. You're not up here, Mama Prey, are you? I hope not. Oh, okay. It's Mama Prey. Okay. Mama Prey went downstairs. She must have fleed my singing. Yeah, Anti-Tracker's working. He's not even going to see this. But he should be streaming soon. So, yeah, we're going to be ending. We're going to be ending relatively soon. Jeff Franklin says, quick, someone pull the plug on this stream. Don't worry, Jeff. We're getting really close. We're getting really close to the end. D.D. Meyer says some short words where long words were put in. Question of track is lolling. Mike Richards is saying sorry to Captain Track. Piano Dean says Karogan rolls if they can smuggle some Cinnabon frosting. Sure. Did you hear the song, Piano Dean? Question of tracks is Bird of Prey. You have the singing voice of an angel. Yeah, it happens to be Lucifer, right? That's what you're going to say. I get it. I see where that was going. A fallen angel. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It's okay. It's okay. You can't make me feel bad. Mama Prey tells me you guys just say these things because you're jealous. Just like all the kids in elementary school. They were all jealous. They were all jealous of me. That's why they make fun of me. Piano Dean says, yes, I heard it. If they want to pay me in Karogan rounds, rolls to fix it. Oh, it's Karogan rounds to fix it. Resolute says, damn autocorrect. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey. What are you talking about? Someone will tell Anti-Tracker what you did on the stream, and he'll check it out. Yeah, but Thomas Potts isn't doing much talking these days, as he's in a Karogan re-education center. So I don't know who's going to tell Anti-Tracker about it. And Jeff Franklin has exploded, people. It is official that Jeff Franklin has detonated. Sorry to hear that, Jeff. Hopefully you can put yourself back together again, unlike Humpty Dumpty. Question of track is lolling at Hector. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think we had enough fun today. Dee Dee says, "Be honest, Bird. It wasn't half bad." Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Wesley says, "Piano Dean, how much to make that into a song?" And Actor says he explodes every hour or so, but it's like a phoenix. I think with that we will end it here. Maybe we'll end it on a Karogan anthem or something. What do we got here? Hail Karoga, the anthem. Karoga the Brave. We will end it on Karoga the Brave. Qapla All. Look for me to do something tomorrow after 5 or after. And I will see you later on Anti-Trekker's stream, assuming he does stream when he plans to, which is within the next hour or so. Qapla.
Oh, give me a home where the orphans can't roam, 'cause they're down a uranium mine, where seldom is heard a complaint against Bird, 'cause his subjects are all treated fine. Karoga the Brave, where the orphans and sassy both play, where often is heard, son of a bitch, from Bird, and the bridges don't falter or sway. When the airwaves are clear, there's a voice you can hear through the noise of those turnstiles. For despite what you've heard, Gowron isn't a turd, is what the man cries. Karoga the Brave, where the orphans and sassy both play, where often is heard, son of a bitch, from Bird, and the bridges don't falter or sway. Anti-Tracker might think Martok kicked up a stink in his plan to bring Bird o' Prey down, but he soon changed his tune for a purse of doubloons. Now he kneels for the Karogan crown. Karoga the Brave, where the orphans and sassy both play, where often is heard, son of a bitch, from Bird,
just don't falter